MasterCard applies their technology, products, and services to help create a world where everyone, everywhere has equal access to opportunity. I'm always talking about financial empowerment and sharing the stories of our community, which is why Way Up has collaborated with MasterCard to share how MasterCard's financial tools and resources support communities around the United States. To learn more about how MasterCard's In Solidarity initiative is committed to helping narrow the wealth and opportunity gap, visit mastercard.com/solidarity.
You're free now. Free to fill your feed with impossibly chonky chonkers who chonk harder than you ever thought possible.
Cats, corgis, babies, baby penguins, baby pandas, chunky baby pandas.
Free to make your smart devices do silly things. Free to open a world of remote work and a portal into Gametopia.
Who's the boss now?
Free to be everything you imagine, and then some. That's how it feels to have Quantum Fiber Internet. Quantum Fiber, your world unleashed. Learn more at quantumfiber.com. Limited availability, service in select locations only.
Welcome to the Great Detectives of Old Time Radio from Boise, Idaho. This is your host, Adam Graham. If you've got a comment, email it to me, box13@greatdetectives.net. Follow us on Twitter at Radio Detectives and check us out on Instagram, instagram.com/greatdetectives. If you're enjoying the podcast, please follow us using your favorite podcast software. I do want to encourage you to check out our other podcast. In particular, we're highlighting the amazing world of radio over at amazing.greatdetectives.net, where tomorrow we're getting underway with our summer series, The Batman Villains of Old Time Radio, a 13-week series highlighting the work of the talented performers who played Batman villains on the 1966 TV series and the work they did in old time radio. And we'll also review one episode in which they appeared. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Check it out, amazing.greatdetectives.net, and all of our podcasts, you can find them over at Great Detectives homepage at greatdetectives.net. Well, now we're going to turn to Bulldog Drummond. Well, the George Coulouris series, Bulldog Drummond, ran for 27 weeks and ended in March of 1942. And from best we can find out, Santos Ortega took over the lead role in a 42-week series that began most likely on May 25th of 1942. Now, of course, it should be said that we have heard Santos Ortega in a lot of supporting roles. He was in things like the New York version of Yours Truly, Johnny Dollar, and we've heard a few episodes where he's played the lead. Most recently in Michael Piper, Private Detective. But we just don't have much luck with the series in which he played the lead role. And the same is true of Bulldog Drummond. But we do have an episode or two to share with you, and we're going to go ahead and start out with this one. Original air date is September 14th, 1942, and the title is Blind Man's Bluff.
MasterCard applies their technology, products, and services to help create a world where everyone, everywhere has equal access to opportunity. I'm always talking about financial empowerment and sharing the stories of our community, which is why Way Up has collaborated with MasterCard to share how MasterCard's financial tools and resources support communities around the United States. To learn more about how MasterCard's In Solidarity initiative is committed to helping narrow the wealth and opportunity gap, visit mastercard.com/solidarity.
out of the night, and into his American adventures comes Bulldog Drummond. Horton's Ice Cream, New York's favorite, brings you your favorite detective adventurer, Bulldog Drummond, in another of his exciting escapades. For adventure and excitement, keep this rendezvous with Bulldog Drummond every week. And for refreshment in between times, enjoy Horton's Ice Cream. And now to tell you about tonight's adventure, here's Bulldog Drummond.
The adventure I call Blind Man's Buff dealt with a series of gruesome murders. It is not one I am likely to forget. Nor can I, even now, look at a lamb chop without a shudder and a feeling of deep gratitude. Here's the lamb chop. But to our story, which begins late one night on the streets of a large city.
Read all about it. Capsulate papers. Here, get your papers. How'd you make out today, Sam?
Miserable, my boy, miserable. Everybody's in a hurry. Wouldn't stop to give a penny to a poor blind beggar.
Well, it's getting kind of late. Yeah, it's 12 o'clock. Better pack up your tin cup and go on home and get some sleep.
Yes, it's a miserable world. Good night, my boy.
See you tomorrow.
Yes. Miserable world.
Hello, Sam.
Huh? Who's that?
Keep on walking.
Let go of my arm.
Shut up. Right up this alley now.
I won't go.
I got a terrible itch in the trigger finger, Sam.
I didn't do anything. I'm just poor old
You're
Sam.
too nosy.
Oh, you're making a
I
mistake.
don't like taking chances. It don't pay.
But I won't talk.
Sure, you won't. You are still nosy, Sam.
Jenny? We're on our way to the morgue. Take a look at the corpse of a poor beggar who shouldn't have been killed, but was. Now, don't you think that's confusing enough without this chatter about reincarnation?
Oh, but really, sir, it's very simple. For example, let us assume I was a turtle dove in my previous incarnation, sir.
All right, if you insist.
Now, if I were a very good turtle dove...
I'm sure you were, Denny.
Well, I would then, as a reward, become a man in my next incarnation.
You did, didn't you?
Oh, definitely, as you see, sir.
This is the morgue now. They're expecting us.
Really, sir?
Relax, Denny. As visitors, not guests.
Yes?
I'm Captain Drummond.
Yes, they told me you were coming. Want to take a look at that stiff they brought in last night?
That's one way of putting it.
Well, you the men on this side. Dames on the other. Respectable.
Oh, it's quite chilly, isn't it?
The customers don't complain. Take this guy you can see. Look at him. Peaceful. Like a baby, ain't he? No trouble at all.
Yes. Except that babies rarely have bullet holes in them.
Well, those things happen. Boys will be boys.
I used to see him every day at his post opposite the Merchant Marine building. Why on earth should anyone want to kill him?
The root of all evil, pal. Must have had dough on him. See this snazzy wallet was found on him. No holding money in it.
Doesn't fit. New wallet? What else was on the body?
Oh, a sort of junk. Ball of twine. Jackknife. Pack of butts. Matches. Piece of chamois. 38 cents in cash and the cap off a beer bottle.
Well, sir, there he lies today, and tomorrow, a bird. A bee.
Hey, mister, something basically wrong with your friend. You get started on those birds and bees.
No, there's nothing wrong with him. But there is something wrong. Seriously wrong, somewhere. Come along, Denny. Yes, I know. The district attorney is very busy, but I must see him immediately.
Drummond, I didn't know you were here. Come in. How are you?
What is?
I'm glad you dropped by. I'm worried, too.
Yes?
Yes, an important government office was robbed last night, and the guard was murdered.
At the Merchant Marine building?
Oh, yes. How did you know? The newspapers don't have it.
I didn't know.
Sailing schedules of several convoys were stolen from the Marine Commission files. You know what that means?
Submarines. Murder on the high seas.
You got to get those schedules back. It looks like an inside job. Usually the building is well protected. But they picked the one time in 24 hours when only a single guard was on duty.
Inside job? No, I don't think so.
Well, I'm going over to see Chandler, the commissioner of buildings. Will you come with me?
If I can be of help?
You've got to be, Drummond. There are men on ships at sea at this very moment who will die if we don't succeed.
Yes, sir. I'm Captain Drummond. Mr. Chandler is expecting me to stand in myself.
Come in. Wait a minute. The district attorney and another guy.
Show them in. Oh, down, Rex, down. Don't worry, gentlemen. The dog's harmless.
They're beautiful animals.
A seeing-eye dog. I don't know what I'd do without him.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't...
Yes, I'm blind. But I manage.
I took the liberty of bringing Captain Drummond along, Chandler. He may be able to help us.
I sincerely hope so. We need help. This last tragedy frightens me. I was at the building myself last night, you know.
So I was told.
Rather fortunate for me, I can't see, isn't it? A perfect alibi.
If you needed one, of course. The butler's a rather peculiar type, isn't he?
Oh, he's not a butler at all, Captain Drummond. He's a bodyguard. I felt I needed one.
A wise precaution.
What was that?
Someone put the lights out.
In the corner behind me, I can hear him breathe. Captain Drummond, the window.
Lamp this chair. Where's that light switch? That's better. Jay?
I'm all right.
Chandler?
All right, Drummond. I crouched under the chair.
Yes, unfortunate you did. There are 2 bullet holes in the back of your chair.
Good heavens. Which way did he go?
Too late to look for him now. Close escape you had, Chandler.
Yes. I can hardly realize what...
What's been happening?
Someone tried to kill Mr. Chandler. You better keep a close watch.
Oh, yes, sure.
Well, we may as well go, D.A. I don't think he'll be making another attempt tonight.
Well, I hope you're right. Good night, Chandler. Don't bother. We'll find our own way out.
Good night. Oh, those shots.
Yes, boss?
They came pretty close. Would you happen to know anything about them?
Me, boss? I don't know nothing.
Yes, of course.
Look, I better scram, boss.
If you must.
Yeah, I got a job to do tonight. A good deed.
Well, in that case, my blessings.
Yeah, boss. Thanks for them kind words. I'll remember them just when I'm laying down to sleep tonight. After I put somebody else to sleep. Like Sam. Hiya, fella.
Huh?
It's time for you to go home, ain't it?
I'm waiting for my wife. She takes me home. Do I know you?
I don't think so. I live down the block from you, but on account I never spoke to you, and you being blind, I guess you don't. But I'm taking you home tonight. Your wife ain't feeling so good.
Can't hurt you.
No. Come on. You've been on this corner a long time, ain't you? Across from the criminal courts building.
Yes, long time.
You know, I was kind of thinking, beginning tomorrow, you ought to pick yourself a different corner.
Different? What are you talking about?
I figure it might save you a lot of trouble.
I'm sorry, I didn't get this. You trying to scare me or something?
No, just trying to help a fellow out. Well, this is your block. Just hop across the street and there you are.
Yeah. I can find my way to the house all right.
Go across while the coast is clear.
Thanks, mister. Say, is there a car coming?
Yeah, up the side street, not this one.
You sure?
What, do you think I am, blind?
Thanks. So long.
So long, fella. Stepped right in front of that car. Well, I guess he'll be on a different corner after all.
Alice Killer continues on its trail of death. What is behind his fiendish slaughter of the helpless blind man? What is his connection with Chandler? In just a few moments, we'll know. You know, most of us usually look on a surprise as seeing something new, something different. And yet there are a few very familiar things that may serve as surprises. For example, when it comes to dessert surprises, any of you mothers would find this true.
There's no dessert my family has more often than ice cream. But there's something so extra good about it that we always look at